Hey everybody, welcome to Mr. Rogers' afternoon clay class. Today we're going to work on this cup that we made, and we're going to cut the top level, and we're going to give it a drinkable rim, and we're going to shape it up a little bit. So the first thing we're going to do is cut it level. So a lot of times after you've created your cylinder with these flat coils, the top ends up being a little wavy. So you want to go and grow that pot above the 6-inch line just a bit. And we started with a 4-inch base. So then we can cut this perfectly level at the 6-inch mark. You could go lower if you wanted. You could make it a 5-inch cup. It's up to you. But these are going to be 4x6, and that might seem kind of ridiculously big, as we've discussed. But this is going to shrink a lot in the kiln and as it dries. So 4x6 is actually not a terrible dimension. All right. So the first thing I need is my pencil and a ruler. And got to do some measuring. So I want to zero this out here at the bottom and get that in the frame. There we go. And I want to put a little dot here at 6, and I want to put that dot every couple inches. Just put a little mark. Now, a lot of the times I would do this on the potter's wheel. Makes it a lot easier, a lot quicker. But since we don't have access, we're gonna have to do it by hand. But it's pretty easy. So I'm gonna go around the entirety of the cup here, and every couple inches put a dot right at 6. And if you're off a little bit, no big deal, as long as you get close. And now, there's these dots here. I'm going to connect them with this pencil. Just going to draw a line carefully to each dot. And this is going to be my guideline for where I cut. And when I cut, I'm going to try to stay on this line as careful as I can. And I should end up with a nice level top. So this cup has been created over the course of a couple days, and as I built this coil cup, this coil cylinder, I got rid of the coil texture as I went, on the inside and the outside. And that gave the pot a skin on the inside and a skin on the outside, and it makes it very, very, very strong. You could cut this flat. You could cut it at a bevel. I'm just gonna cut it flat to show you what it looks like. So just stick my knife in and get it going. And I just roll the cup towards the knife. An X-Acto knife works best, in my opinion, if you can get your hands on one. Be careful. They are sharp. This blade's been around for a long time, so this blade is not super sharp, but it'll still cut you. Now this is going to leave a 90-degree angle rim on the inside and the outside, which is not ideal. But I will change that. With some tools. Almost there. And done. There we go. You can take that and stick it in your bucket for reclaim for later. All right, so here's the rim now, and that would be a very difficult rim to drink from. It would be a bit of a dribble cup, a little too wide, definitely too sharp. So I'm going to thin the rim out with a loop trimmer. So you should have one of these in your toolkit. These are great little tools. And I'm going to make this a little bit more easy to drink from. So I just start removing material at top couple inches. And I'm going to thin this out, this lip out, to make it more comfortable to drink from. We want to make the tool, the cup is a tool, we want to make this tool more comfortable to use. So the science behind how humans make tools more comfortable to use is called ergonomics. And there are people who get degrees in college in ergonomics. And a lot of times they end up working for the auto industry or industrial design. So someone designed your parents' car, or your car if you're driving, and they had to hire an ergonomic engineer to make sure that where they put all the buttons and levers was comfortable for most people. So that's what we're doing now. We're gonna make this tool comfortable to use. We're working on ergonomics. Sometimes ergonomics and aesthetics don't exactly gel, but that's okay. All right, so it's getting thinner. And then see the material that I removed. And this material can get in the way. I just take a rib, sweep it away. Now I'm gonna start taking away some material on the inside. And I will attack this problem from both sides. And I spin the cup and remove material. I don't want to make it too thin, so I gotta keep an eye out on how much material I'm taking away. And that is looking better. We're almost there. Almost to where I think it will be comfortable to drink from. And then I will get rid of that 90-degree angle and get rid of all those sharp edges with just a little bit of moisture and the pad of my finger. I could use a chamois too, but I'll just use my fingers, my skin. All right, looking pretty good. Take away a little bit more out here. I'm gonna blend this in a bit so I don't have that line there. Although, you know, you might want to keep that line. It's up to you. You might like that line. I don't. I'm gonna take away a lot more of this material anyway for later. So I don't really need to worry about that line now anyway. All right, it's looking pretty good. Almost made it around. All right, that is looking pretty good. So it's about half the width it was. And I will just now attack this with this tool. A little bit more on the inside. So it's less of a 90-degree angle. Hit that on the outside. So that is looking pretty nice. Still not terrific to drink from, in my opinion, because of the sharp edges. So I'm gonna make, I don't want to do this with a sponge because I'll remove too much of the nice fine particles of clay on the surface. I'm gonna do it with my fingers because my fingers won't do that. So get it nice and slippery. And I just start smoothing. And blending with my fingers. And oh, it looks so much better already. It looks as if someone cared about that rim. Now this is something that you could drink from. There's no 90-degree angle. It's not sharp. It's level-ish. It's smooth. This is what I'll be looking for when you hand these cups in. This is be a key part of your rubric. All right, thanks for watching. This was part 1 of cleaning these up.